We've waited a long time for this fight. It's here. Up first is the artist from Bolivia. These two have certainly talked. And there's the bell to start the round. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Timing beats speed. Speed beats power. What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
The jab doesn't quite connect. Pretty close fight here in this round. The straight right just misses.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every switch.
The straight right just misses. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. I promise you, all three judges here are going to... We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That jab doesn't score. Tried to score with a jab. This fighter focuses on that outside game. You don't see them get hit too often. You don't see them in trouble, but that's what their mantra is.
If you want to corner an outside fighter, make them fight off the rope. They don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin them down. Front flank on them.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Oh, and he caught him with an uppercut. Good-looking jab. Jab doesn't score. Swing and a miss with the right hook. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
They ring the bell, and here we go. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He misses with that straight left. This is a high-octane battle. And that right jab just misses. Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious. And there's the bell to start the round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
No rest for the weary. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That counter shot lands. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
This can be so frustrating when you're such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Trying to score with the jab. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Counter punching. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fighter.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won the hands down.
Defense is not an option for these two. Nice counter shot. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit, and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff. Jab slightly off target.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
That big hook doesn't land. Beautiful counter punch. Not a lot of defense here at all. Needs to put some. This round still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
I see.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Nice counter shot. Then step back for just a moment. Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
And miss with that jab. Those counter punches have to hurt. Like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
They have no respect for each other's punching power. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments. That jab had to hurt.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Good counter punch. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
You'd like to see more jabs. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
He's down and the referee has started the count. What a shot that put him down. Oh my goodness. I want to see that one more time.
I've got to see that again.
He's back on his feet, but at some point you have to think about the next fight and not this one.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
You need to turn this around halfway through. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now.
It's that ever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He should be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to pull it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
So much firepower here. Misses with the jab. They both want a highlight reel knockout. They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Those counter punches have to hurt. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown. And there's the bell to start the round. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
They exchange punches. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
You don't want to trade shots. That jab not going to score. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
They're both trying for a knockout. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. The courage on display here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down. They are not going to let this one go to the judges.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
One punch could change everything in this battle. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the...
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. You know that bell was sweet music to it. And there's the bell to start the round. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
That jab misses. A straight right just misses. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
Some real good back and forth between these two fighters. Oh, and there he caught him with a stiff jab.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. It's all offense all the time. Left hook just missed. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. They ring the bell, and here we go. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Can't find a home with that jab. A very competitive round here so far. It's bombs away.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
They exchange punches. Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tail. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And
despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. No surprise there, a unanimous decision.
Unanimous? You know what? Smarts that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. Had every round in the bag. There was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.